Hi Internet, senior software photographer here, and I'm so excited to present you with the pilot episode of the new show for this channel, where I'm going to be shooting an expired film and share this experience with you. So first, the idea is quite simple. I just want to, experience the film that is no longer out there and test the film and just to let you know and find out myself if it's any good. So what will be a success rate of shooting film I bought like from random sources that I don't know how it was stored whatsoever, and just share the pics with you. So why the problem that I have with shooting in general, especially with film shooting, I'm always trying to find this best shot, whereas I should be just shooting more, in fact. And by shooting more, I will of course start shooting better. So what I'm going to be shooting with, my two main workhorses gonna be, so this is like a Kiev 88, which is a copy of Hasselblad, and Yashica 124. So they are, let's say, quite different in a way. So first of all, this camera can take 220 film, which this one cannot. So if I'm gonna be shooting 220 film, it's gonna be Yashica. And if I'm gonna be shooting tungsten balanced film, most probably it's gonna be Kiev, because I already have a filter for that lens, so I can just balance, rebalance the light to make it suitable and shoot tungsten balanced film in the daylight. What am I going to be shooting? Well, I will try to shoot what is better for the type of film I'm shooting. So for example, if I'm shooting black and white, I will be looking for patterns, textures, contrast and stuff like that. If I'm going to be shooting color film, I'm going to be looking for a color. And if I'm going to shoot infrared film, well, I don't know about infrared film yet, but I do have some infrared films in my stash. How am I going to be shooting? There are plenty of articles on the internet that on how you should shoot film, expired film, and how you should rate expired film, depending on if it was cold stored all the time or just stored in unknown conditions. I'm gonna be shooting most probably first frame I'm gonna be shooting at box speed, then I'm gonna be do bracketing like +1, -1, so you're gonna see the same image with three exposures basically that can give you an idea how film behaves. But mostly I think I'm gonna be rating my film one step lower than it is, because most of my film is like more than 10 years old, and especially with color film degrades much faster than black and white film. So, but I mean, anyways, that's gonna be an experiment, and I'm usually buying big chunks of film, so if the first roll will come out bad, I will just learn from it and make a second roll better, hopefully. And I'm gonna be logging all the my exposure settings, so I could learn from it on the later stages once I develop the film. And I'm gonna be developing my film by myself. I'm doing this quite successfully. I developed some black and white and color C41 film. I never did E6. I'm going to try. So of course I'm going to try on a fresh film first, just to to remove this variable from equation, and once I feel comfortable with E6, I'm gonna be developing E6 by myself as well. So those are my goals for this project, let's say. Why the hell a medium format? Well, you know, as I said, I'm struggling with finding a composition and finding a shot, and medium format yields less shots per roll. So if I want to be, you know, putting videos on my channel on a regular basis, I gotta be sticking to something that is that has like less frames, so I can finish a roll in a week or maybe even, you know, faster. So yeah, this is why medium format, and I just like medium format better. With the 35mm film, it's like always a hassle scanning it, and yeah, the quality is not so nice. So yeah, this is why the medium format. Where am I going to buy this film? Well, usually I buy it on eBay, and usually I buy film like at least 4 rolls of film. So people would just send unopened, would just sell unopened boxes of like film basically, and I prefer buying those because when the box is unopened, you can be sure that this box has been stored in the same conditions, and basically it's like the same film from the same big batch of film. So if you mess one roll, you can make your adjustments, and you have 4 rolls to actually you know, fix your problems. And I'm not a greedy one. I'm going to be selling film back, so I'm going to, you know, do my test shots, have fun, and then I'm going to be saying, okay, this film is tested, these are test shots, and this is something that you can expect if you buy and shoot this film. Why? Well, because I think that it is really kind of you know, a lottery when you buy an expired film. So most people just don't do this, but I think it's quite fun. So yeah, those are my goals, guys. And as a pilot episode, this is like an introduction. I think that's it. I went through all my notes. So I hopefully will be recording the first episode of this new series, and I hope you like it. And yeah, keep shooting film, guys, till the last roll. See you on my channel. Bye bye.